I am not doubting God. I know with him all things are possible. But he told me, and I told some of my people, he told me, he said, a day is coming when the Redeemed Christian Church of God, when the governing council wants to hold their meeting, they will hold the meeting on the moon. I know that doesn't make sense, but then, that's God, eh? Just like he said to me, don't ask for a house. I've decided to build you a city. And he was talking to somebody living in a room in Moshe. When I shared with those people who were with me there, they all laughed. They are still laughing because they can see what God is doing. When God says we will one day be holding our meetings in the moon, on the moon, you don't have to believe it, but he has spoken and it's going to come to pass. Every great thing that God has prophesied concerning you shall come to pass.
And you know, I am very sure a lot of people in churches where Christ is not preached, they're going to find their way out eventually, because God is not mocked. They're going to find their way out. Jesus didn't die in vain. No pastor died for anybody. No pastor died for anybody. So if a pastor has locked up members in the four walls of a building and is messing up with their minds, as we keep preaching and praying, as we keep preaching and praying and pushing the messages on social media and pushing the messages on radio and television, the shepherd of the sheep knows how to connect the ones that are sincerely seeking him with the word that is going out. How many of you understand what I'm saying? There's an exodus. There's a massive exodus. People are fed up with nonsense preached on pulpits. Somebody say, drank tea with God.
We're having breakfast. We have a pot in which we make tea. There are 5 cups in that pot. My wife and I usually is the one who will finish his first 2 cups, who will get the final one. So I took 1 cup, she took 1. I took 1, she took 1. And I picked the pot to take the 3rd one. And the pot was empty. I looked at her. I couldn't remember when she took the 3rd one. What happened to my tea? And I heard the voice of the Lord loud and clear and said, son, when you prayed, you invited me to join you.
When you read the Bible, God says, if I were hungry, I will not ask you, what food do you have? I don't eat human food. I forgot to ask what brand of tea it was. So we can all start drinking that brand. Per adventure, God may join us to drink.
Papa Adeboye recently said he drank tea with God. And the short man from Uyo said, what is the brand of the tea? He said, if God were hungry, God would have told you. But when somebody has no work on ground, it becomes relevant online. When you know more hear from God, you question those who hear from God.
Welcome back. So this video has been trending and a lot of people have lent their voices to what they believe is not realistic. Well, being that Adeboye is a scientist, let me put it that way, someone with this analytical mind, I think that's the best way to express myself on this, to refer to him as is that kind of person. And some are saying that he's getting too old and dementia is setting in. I do not have any issues with someone having that thought, or someone having a wish to go to the moon for whatever it is that the person wishes to go to the moon for. Oh, we are going to the moon and we're going to have meetings upon meetings there. It's not a crime. It is not a crime for someone to wish for that. But where people are having problems with Adeboye is the part where he said God told him, and he had told some few people that the committee, RCCG committee, will be having their meetings in the moon. Now, it's either Elon Musk is going to be contacted, or either a member of the Redeem will kind of, I don't know, will kind of build or do something. And people are saying, with so many people sitting down in churches, how is it possible for people to go out there to be able to invent and create. But well. The truth of the matter is this: it does not have to be necessarily Christians that will help to get Adeboye's dream fulfilled or the vision or what he claimed God told him. Like I said, the problem with a lot of people is that part of God told me. It's more like the doctor said. Whenever people hear the medical association of or the doctor said, they tend to jump into it without properly assessing it or analyzing it or taking time to look into it. Like this one, is this true? People tend to embrace or believe in whatever it is without taking time to connect the dots together. Like, what's going on? What's happening? Like, what's really going on here? How come? How come? How come? The words of Adeboye is not kind of like is not connecting together. Like the dots are not connecting. The dots are not dotting at all. Like, what is the essence of going to the moon to have a meeting? Like, who is going to pay for this meeting? Is it RCCG members that will pay to have a moon? And what is the significance? And how does that add value to the lives of the members, or add anything? Is this going to bring people closer to Christ? This is basically what people are asking. Like, what is the essence of this? Is it just this man opens his mouth to talk whenever he wishes, and he will just say something, ambiguous for social media to talk about? I think the man understands what social media is. All I need to do is to say certain things and people will jump on it, and that's it. Or he said it to kind of encourage members that this ministry is moving to the next level. We have traveled abroad, not we anyway, like I have traveled abroad. I think where we need to conquer now is the moon. We're also going places. It's not going to be in quote, unbelievers that will be going to have meetings. We also will be going to the moon to have meetings. We also break barriers. We also break protocols. We're also going to break into science and technology, and we'll also be able to achieve and attain. But the thing is it going to be members of RCCG that will build this spacecraft, or Elon Musk or whoever it is out there that has this vision, having built it? Then they will be able to go there, like lodge and have meetings. Like, it's going to be viewed all over the world that RCCG deacons and deaconesses and those billionaires, because it's going to be expensive, and they say they will have the money like to go there and have this meeting out of the world. It is really out of this world. It is really going to be out of this world. They will be there having this meeting, discussing and praying and fasting in a different environment, in a different planet. On it, they will be making all of their activities, and then I don't know. It sounds funny, right? So the other part where he said he drank tea with God, and he took a cup. His wife took a cup, and normally that contains 4. So each of them will take two. But he was about to take the next one, and it is not. When he said these things, it got a lot of people laughing, like maybe it is true or maybe it is not. And when he asked, and God told him, you invited me, so I took the other cup. It is possible. There is a personal relationship. It's not like God drank it, but there is this personal relationship that God could have. And don't forget that majority have experienced the supernatural. When they tell you about it, you will kind of not want to believe it, because you want to see practical evidences and all of that. So there are a lot of things that he has said, in time past. What I believe is that miracles does exist, and there are extraordinary things that happen in this world. But the thing is that people don't know when pastors are lying and when they are not lying, and when God told them or God didn't tell them, when they are taught and told them. Maybe he read some scientific journals and he just said something that came out of his mouth. We don't know. But let us just stand by what he's saying. He's not affecting anything negatively in our lives. So let us just say, okay, it is not a crime. It is not a big deal. But the thing is that people are asking, of what use is this? Is this going to add more sinners into the body of Christ? Is it going to bring about salvation? Is there something extraordinary that will happen by having a meeting on the moon?